things I want to bring up, though, for my people that's in here that don't know about Vision. He's a real deal. He does these camps with a lot of people, gets out in the woods, tests gear. Real deal. I see a lot of prepper channels that all they do is sit behind a computer, behind a table, and they don't get out and do nothing. I'm fixing to have a dog fight in here. Y'all better stop that. Sorry about that. But you actually do the things, and that's why, I wanted to hook up with you. And also, I wanted to talk about how we got Rumble channels. Yep. And we're going to be on Rumble because, we're going to do YouTube, obviously. But we're going to do Rumble because it's more of a free speech platform and we can get away with a lot more. Because you all know, you probably heard I got in big trouble with YouTube doing live.
Hey, it happens. We just have to tiptoe around and play their game and, beat them at their own game.
Well, that traveling puppy parlor, that right there's my daughter.
Okay.
That right there, that's my daughter.
Good evening. Hope everybody's doing well.
So if y'all can subscribe to her channel, that'd be cool. And so we're shooting from the hip because we came here in the last minute, but that seems to be my thing. So all besides about had a dog fight in her, these dang dogs. So what you got going on, Vision? We're going to Rumble. We're going to do some stuff like that right there. So we got some free speech going on without YouTube, putting me in dang old YouTube jail like they did.
Exactly.
But that's why I built my Rumble channel, is because of that right there.
Same here. I'm with you. Because sooner or later, the way the world's going, they're going to start coming after people who tell the truth here shortly. And
they already are. They already are. They keep unsubscribing people from my channel, man.
Yeah, same here. They shadow ban myself and a whole bunch of other people that tell the truth. And, it is what it is. And that's okay.
Well, and me, they see me with all that equipment and, so they're like, man, this dude right here, he's got the mag team over 250 deep. And them jokers out there, getting it done. So,
Yep.
I guess they view me as a threat or something.
Well, it is what it is. And as my dad used to always tell me, just let them keep talking. They'll show you who they really are. And that's all we got to do,
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you and I got to give a shout out to Mad Shad and
my man
Hudson Valley, because they're the only ones that manned up and going to MMA fight me. I got one other guy.
I told them all, I said, nope, I'm old for a reason. And I'm going to continue to get old. And y'all can go right ahead. And I'm going to sit back and watch.
Well, the thing is, and, that means you got more sense than we do.
No, not much.
Well, right now ain't the time to be getting hurt, because literally the world is on fire. I is one big, beautiful dog. But
yes, you got to get down, Cole.
And I know what breed it is. My wife's a dog groomer, and you got the right one there, buddy.
Yep, African Borbal, can't go wrong with them. And they're family oriented and very, very protective.
Shoot, I can't even keep up with this stat, man.
Same here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good to see everybody on both our channels. We are simulcasting. Nope, you get down. You have to get down, Cole. And Cole wants to do his thing, but he ain't going to because he knows Dad's in charge.
Now, if I miss anybody in the chat, I apologize because this thing's going faster than I've ever seen a chat go in my life.
Cha-Cha, KP, Paper Buttons 19. Good to see all y'all. Coffee's in the building. Dude, you got them all rolling in through here, man.
That's because you got real preppers sitting in front of the thing here, buddy.
That's true. That is true.
You do the thing. You do the thing, right. And I do the thing.
Yes, indeed. One thing we were talking, after we had our bug out weekend earlier in May, I was actually thinking about doing a fall bug out in October. So, there's wisdom in counsel, and I talked to my Ohio crew and some other folks. And, with everything that's going on in the world and in our country, of course, we got an election coming up in November. And my gut just said, no event, because I don't want people to get stranded if there's something that kicks off in the country. And I want everybody to be safe and be home. So, we canceled not having a bug out weekend in October. But hopefully come spring of 2025, we're going to roll out and do it even bigger than better than the last two, different location. And, folks, we're going to keep doing the things, keep teaching classes, keep having classes, keep testing gear, and, do the things that we need to do to not only survive, but to thrive.
Well, my mag team, the last weekend we got together, and they know, because they know when I'm putting on weight or when I'm losing weight, they know that I'm getting ready for a fight. And I got to I had to put on 60 pounds for this fight. I done put on 25 pounds. And so out of 200, almost 250, it was like around 230 people there. And out of all of them, 12 of them lined up. And, and so I just took them on one at a time. They just kept coming at me. And some people are just stupid and they won't tap. So I have to give up. If I get the arm bar or the Americana, I'll have to give it up and go to the choke and put them to sleep if they don't tap, because I'm not going to tear my team's arm off.
Right, exactly.
And I'm like, tap, you dummy, and they won't. But little Miss Prepper was there. She saw it. 12 young bucks. I made them all tap out, all besides a couple, and then I put them to sleep. So I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. That's, and I wouldn't risk getting injured, but I work as a bouncer, man. I risk that crap every night.
Every night. Right. You do it for real every night.
Every night I deal with it. And I don't know if you know about my situation, but my dad, I just lost my mom, man, and I ain't even over that.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
But my dad, he 3 tours in Vietnam, and after all these years, the Agent Orange got him.
Okay.
They took off half of his face, his eyeball. I mean, they butchered him, and then had to get a piece of his thigh and put it here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but I cannot keep up with this chat, people, so I'm doing my best. So anyway, now the cancer's eating out from under that piece on his face.
Okay.
Now here's my dilemma. Now y'all know I live in one of those buy here, pay here sheds that turned into a bunker. Okay. And this land is in the family's name in probate. So my dad's got like 7 brothers and sisters. It's in all of their names. So when he goes, I got to get off this property.
Yeah.
And this came on a lot quicker than I thought, or I would already have my houseboat built.
Right.
So, and I'm praying, that he hangs in there. It's just every day he's losing like 2 pounds a day, man. He's a big man, big, strong man. So it's not looking good at all. So,
Right.
if this time comes, man, what me and little Miss Pepper are going to do, we're just going to stealth camp. Because if I stay at the campground, that's $30 a night. That's $900 a month.
Exactly. Exactly.
I can't afford that. I'm not doing it. So, we're just going to stealth camp until I can build the houseboat. And I got 2 locations I can put the houseboat.
Okay.
One, I can put it in the ocean.
Yeah.
And they got running drinkable water there. And they got kitchen. And they got a place to take a shower there.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice. But there's no privacy. It's behind. It's an island, and you got the ocean on one side, and you got the island, and it's back behind the island.
Okay.
And so there's not really no privacy there,
Right.
And so the other way I can go about doing it is I got these chain of lakes I can put the boat in.
Okay.
And there I got plenty of hunting, fishing, snaring, foraging, and privacy.
There you go. Yeah.
Because
privacy is key, no matter where you're at.
Especially if you got PTSD like I do,
Right. Yeah.
Because little Miss Pepper, she deals with it, and she knows how to deal with it. She knows how to calm me down, and all.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's kind of weird though, because in a situation, I use it as a strength.
Yes.
In a situation, hypervigilance, all the things that come with PTSD is actually a good thing in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but, being at a campground, people walking around all night and with my dogs, and that's just not good. And the rent down here in Florida is so expensive that it is beyond ridiculous.
I'm sure, and that's it's across the country, and that's crazy.
I don't know how people are doing it. I don't know how they're doing it. Yeah. I know a couple. I don't know if you heard of Publix, but down here, Publix is a big. Okay.
Yep.
I know a married couple, both of them making over $20 an hour working at Publix.
Mm-hmm.
And they're living at the campground because they cannot afford to pay the rent.
For rent. Yeah.
So, when you got 2 people making $20 an hour each, and you can't afford the rent, man, that's a big problem.
That is a problem. And as you know as well as I do, they inflated everything with all these artificial high rents, all these artificial mortgages. Sooner or later, the time bomb is going to explode. And, unfortunately, people like you and me, we're going to be the ones holding the bag.
I'm already holding it, man.
I feel you, bro. I mean, you got people out here, they're killing the middle class, and folks are literally living paycheck to paycheck, trying to decide, do I pay the electric bill or do I feed my family? There's no way that the richest country on the planet should have this.
But yet, we're sending all this money to another land.
That's right.
And I did the math on that. All that money that we send over there, that averages out to almost $1 million per adult American citizen they could have gave us.
But you know they ain't gonna give us a dime. They're gonna keep taking the nickel that we making.
And imagine if we all was given $1 million, what that'd do for our economy.
Exactly.
But nope, we got to struggle and claw and scratch and fight and, just to make it. That's why I strongly encourage people to become self-reliant.
Yes, be as self-sufficient as you can. Everybody should be growing some types of fruits and vegetables. I don't care where you live, what you live. Everybody should be doing it. We're to the point where we have to now.
Yes. And also, if you learn wild edibles in your area, you don't have to even take care of it. It grows by itself. You don't got to water it. You don't got to fertilize. You ain't got to do nothing. And I got videos of me just walking out in the yard, cutting the plants, bringing them in here, cooking them and eating them.
Right.
It's really that easy.
And that's the way it should be. Our grandparents and great-grandparents, that's what they did. There wasn't no Publix or Kroger's or all these other big box grocery stores. You had the butcher shop on the corner where you would go get your meat, or you knew a farmer where you could get your meat, and you raised your own fruits and vegetables, made your own bread, everything. Yeah. And you're right.
That's why I'm living that way now.
Yep.
So, I don't use refrigeration. The only luxury I have is I do have a little air conditioner because it gets so dang on hot down here in Florida.
Oh, I know it does, bruh.
And it really taxes my solar system. It really pulls on it hard. But it's just too damn hot. Now,
right.
The problem is when my dad goes, I got to get the hell off this property. And like I said, I'm just going to, but I've been through worse, so I can handle it. And, that's why I encourage everyone, you need to understand that a lot of things that you think is a necessity is a luxury. If your freezer was to go out right now, what are you going to do? A lot of people are going to lose a lot. Oh, my God.
Got money in the chat, bro.
Look at this. Oh.
Thank you.
You heard the stepper over there. You heard her.
There you go. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Cha Cha, for donating. There you go, bro.
I'm going to leave that right there for a little minute.
I know that's right. Yes. That's awesome.
Woo.
Yeah. That's worth a sip of coffee on that one. That's why I love this community, because like you briefly said in the beginning, I actually thought about quitting YouTube. The COO said, you cannot do that. I was like, why? I'm grown. And she looked at me and she said, because there's people that are actually listening to you.
Look, Vision, there's another one.
Go, ho, 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 ho. Cha Cha.
Thank you.
Ah.
Man, I'm glad I took my aspirin this morning.
Congratulations.
Man, what?
Yeah.
Now, when somebody does me that way, just give me a name if somebody's giving you trouble.
I know that's right, bro. We say old school. Hey, just give me a name. You just write it on a piece of paper and hand it to me. I know that's right. Exactly.
And I'm one of them guys that's like a ninja, man. I'll get on the top of the roof and wait for somebody to walk out the front door and jump on their back. And yeehaw,
Get it
rodeo
going.
time, baby.
Exactly. But
We're just, we're just old school, man. You know, that's all I know. That's all I know. And I painted myself in a corner. You know, security, I don't know how to weld. I'm not a carpenter. You know, security is literally all I know. And, you know, living off the land. And, you know, literally my wife does all the tech work on YouTube because I can't do this. And, wow, man, that's awesome. When I'm speechless, oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome. Y'all are awesome. That's why I love this community. But in the COO, she said, no. She said, you have a purpose. You're there to help people, and you're there to answer questions. And you can't go. You can't quit. And I told her, I said, you know what? You're right. Because my whole goal was, when I started, if I could help one person, then I've accomplished my job.
Well, what's that, little Prepper?
That's about the same thing you do.
That's the same thing I say, brother.
Exactly. And those are the difference between, like you said, the real ones and the fake ones. I'm not here to sell y'all a bunch of stuff and sit here. We are not here to tell y'all, you know, you buy my gear, you're going to die. Or, you know, everything I talk about, I'm doing it or trying to do it. You know, that's why.
That would be the Canadian Prepper, okay?
Exactly. And and that's why I said it. And, you know, when I tell everybody you should be growing your own food, that includes me. I'm doing it too. Yep. And this is my third year gardening, So I'm not an expert by no means, but guess what? I'm putting food on the table. And I ain't going to the store to buy it.
Well, I emailed the Canadian Prepper, you know, because that's what it's all started out. Me and him was going to do a collaboration. Mm-hmm. Then we had a discrepancy on the phone. And then he started making these videos about me. I mean, come on, man. Dude got MMA gloves on, man. I mean, come on. Who do you think those videos are about? So, I'm like, but when he does that, it just ups my subscribers when he makes some videos. And I ain't even going to lie, he gets some watch time out of me because I watch them and I like them videos, so they're hilarious. But me and XOG, we made a video about
I saw that and died like, dude, you had me in stitches, y'all making those videos. Had me in stitches. I was dying laughing.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is we got such a tight-knit community out here that the neighbors come running outside because they thought that was really happening, and I was... They were armed, and I was like, "Yo, ho, we're just messing around, man. We're just messing around."
Right.
And but that's how we are out here, you know. That's why it's a shame that I'm gonna have to get, you know, DD up out of here, man. But it is what it is, you know. That's life.
Yeah, it is, you know, and it's not about getting knocked down. It's about what you're gonna do when you get up.
And little Miss Prepper see me knocked down plenty, and I just get back up and just keep marching forward.
That's all we can do. That's right. That's all we can do because that's how we are built. That's how all men are built. You got to get back up. Don't worry about getting knocked down. Get up. Then what you gonna do?
I wish I could, you know, I wish we could pull up pictures on this thing because I'll show you the last guy I fought. And man, he was a young, strapping buck. And he did. He got me pretty good, but in the end, I messed him up so bad that the women were like, my fight name is Boca. They're like, Boca, come on, man. You were punishing that kid, man.
Hey,
And
sometimes you got to teach somebody a lesson.
yeah, so, well, he was talking that trash and all, and okay, so it is what it is. He learned a lesson.
Right.
I scarred him up a little bit, and I toyed with him a little bit, and I'm sure you read in there in my community where Sheriff Grady Judd wrote that thing where that guy tried to rob me.
Yeah.
And that he made it sound funny, but if you'd seen what happened to that guy, it weren't funny.
Well, it depends. I mean, was he recognizable when you got done with him? Then it was funny.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, see, because I'm real good about, being cool. I'm like, all right. But so after he tried to rob me, and I dropped the money, and he bent over and put it in his pocket, and that's what I want him to do is bend over.
Exactly. That's the oldest trick in the book.
So when he bent over and he had his hand in his pocket, I'm like, his dominant hand in his pocket, bent over. I'm like, my turn.
Yep, you got him.
I wore him out pretty good, man. And after I wore him out pretty good, see, Grady left out a little bit in there. After I wore him out pretty good, I pulled him to me where he could smell my breath. And I'm like, you gonna give me my money back. So he reached into his pocket, and all I had in my name was $20. That's all I had in my name, man.
Right.
When he reached in his pocket to give me my money, he had a whole lot of 20s in his pocket. So that's when I lost my temper. I was like, you gonna rob me of $20? You got all this money? So I wear a necklace knife. It's about a 3-inch blade.
Yep, I've seen it. Yeah.
I pulled that knife out and I come around and I caught him right there in the back strap and stuck it in, about 2.5 inches. And I'm like, look here, man. You lucky. I got to be careful on these lies. But anyway, he was lucky. So, but I wasn't going to call the police or nothing. I got my money back and his money. I kept his money too, by the way.
Of course, that's the tax. He had to pay the tax.
Yeah. So, but I wasn't even going to call the police, man. I'm like, look, you lucky I don't call the cops because you'd be in some real trouble. Well, everybody with these dang phones right here, somebody saw what happened and called the police.
Right.
So the police come up to me and they go, did somebody rob you? And I was like, somebody tried to rob me.
Right.
And they're like, well, where's he at? And I'm like, you see that blood trail right there going down the sidewalk? Just follow the blood trail because he ain't had time to get far. Just like hunting, follow the blood trail.
Yep.
And they followed the blood trail and got about a quarter mile down the road because he's pumping out pretty good.
Wow.
And then, I just didn't want to deal with it, So then the police, they wanted me to get in the back of a police car, and I don't like that, So, and my wife was sitting there. She knew it too. She saw a look on my face when they opened the back door of that car. I'm like,
yeah, he was skeptical about that.
I don't blame you.
I wasn't happy about that. But I went ahead and got in there to do my duty, So they took me down there where he was, and at first it's like, we need you to identify him. I'm like, how many people you got running around here that's been stabbed and bleeding out?
Exactly.
So I thought it was ridiculous. So anyway, I went down there, but they took me down there in the back of that police car.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that's him right there. So they called the ambulance, took me to the hospital, took me back up there, and all this paper stuff they wrote out and all, and had me sign it. And then some good while later, prosecutors calling me and wanting me to go to court and all. And I'm like, nope.
Nope.
I said, in my opinion, he got what he had coming.
Yep.
So
justice served.
Yeah. But this Polk County, man, Polk County, they ain't letting it go. So he's still in prison right now. He's still in prison.
Wow. That's crazy.
Well, what happened was that weren't the first time he done that to somebody.
Ah, okay.
But that was the first time that he got a what for.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And so, but you know, the prosecutor kept calling. I'm like, look, man, y'all do your job. You know, I did my job, and
yeah,
you know, y'all do your job and quit calling me and leave me alone, man. You know. And so they sent him to prison and all, but they wanted me to testify and all. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
No,
and
I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit. I'd have been like, nope. I ID'd him. That's good enough. I'm not showing up to court. Do what y'all want to do.
And that's exactly how it went down, too. But when the police come there, they told me, they said, you should have killed him. And I'm like, I told him, I said, look here. For one, I ain't no murderer.
Right. Right.
And they're like, you could have legally killed him. I said, again, I'm not no murderer.
Yep.
For one, you know, because
exactly.
I have to live with taking that. You know, I already got PTSD from, you know. Anyway, you don't want to have to do that unless you got to do that. Trust me on that one.
Exactly.
Now, you may be in a situation where you may have to.
Yep.
But if you don't have to, don't do it, because you got to live with it, and it's a lot harder to live when the people think it is.
That's right. Absolutely. And,
so,
you know, you never take that lightly.
And also, if I'd have ended him, I guarantee you that I'd flip-flop the charges around and that'd have...
Excessive force. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I weren't falling for it. And I wasn't going to kill the guy. You know, he was in his 20s. I wasn't going to, you know, I wasn't going to do that. Just dumb kid, you know, make a mistake. Wrong one. And so then they wrote that thing up in the newspaper. I didn't even know that thing was on Facebook. I went to work at the club. And everybody's over there giggling and giggling, holding their phone and pointing. I mean, I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? What did y'all do? Did y'all find my for fans only page or something?
Right.
And then they showed me, you know, they're like, look at here. And I'm like, oh, no.
Nice. Right.
And, you know, so that's how that went down. He's in prison still because he was a repeat offender, you know.
Okay.
He just saw this little bit of gray and had no idea, you know, that I fight for a living. You know, just thought it'd be easy.
Yeah. He messed around with the wrong one today.
We got a saying, F around and find out.
You got that right. Yes, without a doubt. And he found out quick.
Yeah, he did too, because he was trying to get away from me there at the end. Like I said, when he put out all that money, that's when I really got mad. I took all the money and put it in my pocket, and I said, it's all mine. And then he went to take off running. You see, I tackled him, wore him out again. That's when I picked him up and stuck him in the back and pulled him to me. I was madder than hell, you know, when I seen he had more money than I had. Other than that, I didn't even lose my temper until I saw he had more money than I did. Then that's when I got really pissed off, because I'm used to getting sucker punched and all. You know, that just happens. I'm used to that. You know, working as a bouncer, so I'm used to it. So I'm trying to keep up with this chat, but I just can't do it, man.
I can't either. I see everybody coming in, and every now and again, I'm like, hello, how's everybody doing tonight? Thank y'all for showing up.
But
and we just sitting here talking to talk.
yeah, man, you know, we're the real deal. That's what everybody needs to understand. You got two real OGs right here in front of you. We just
Yep.
hope that we can get through to just one of y'all,
All it takes.
and we'll be happy. And we do the thing.
Yep, we do.
Now, like you said, for instance, you know, you canceled because you know there's going to be some serious violence going on, no matter who wins or loses.
No matter who, that's right. No matter who wins, something is going to kick off, folks, and y'all better be ready, be prepared to take care of you and your family. I don't care if it's a power outage. I don't care if it's riots. I don't care if it's a hurricane, earthquake, or the grid goes down. Something is going to happen. I don't know what. Thank you. Tell everybody.
I think it's going to be all of the above.
You know what? That would not surprise me. That would not surprise me if it was all the above. Because at this point in the game, what I see now, they taking the gloves off and they're going to do whatever they can do to make sure that they're on top. I don't care your political affiliation. All I know is I want to live in peace, raise my family, and be left alone. That's it.
Same here, brother. Same here. You know, but the best way to prevent war is to prepare for a war.
You got that right. The best offense is an amazing defense. You're right, Cha-Cha. There was no magic, but the cup is full again, and the COO said hello to everybody. She didn't want to interrupt, and I didn't want to interrupt because my brother's talking, and we just doing what we do. So, yes.
Well, sometimes you got to interrupt me. My fight name is called Boca for a reason, all right? If anybody here knows Spanish, they know what Boca means.
Oh, yeah. My wife is half Latin, so yes.
Well, it's because when I'm in the cage, I'm whispering and talking to them, you know?
You're like supposed to.
I'm hammering down, going, this is prison rules up in here, and saying all kind of naughty things.
That's part of the game. You got to get mental with them as well, not just physical.
So, you know, when Matt said, no, we don't take it personal, guys. It's just.
I'm trying to talk him out of it.
Oh.
I'm like, dude, I need you around, man. I can't be nursing no broken bones. I can stitch you up and, you know, I can fix all that, but nah, we not doing that, dude.
I ain't going to hurt him. I ain't going to hurt him. I ain't going to hurt him.
I appreciate that.
I ain't going to hurt him. And he's like, man, you're setting yourself up for failure. I'm like, dude, I've been in over 1,000 cage fights, man. I don't think you quite grasp the situation.
Oh, he does. Trust me, he does. He does. And I was like, dude, just walk away. Just walk away.
But hey, I got mad respect for him, man. You know, to man up like that. You know?
Yeah. But he did. He flat said, I'll do it. I'm in.
So did Hudson Valley. So I'm like, hey, I got respect for that, you know.
And I looked at him, both of them. I was like, y'all do know this man does this for a living, right? I was like, okay.
I'll tell you how it started.
Okay.
This is how my fight career started. My dad is so dang old mean. When I was 14 years old, I was lifting weights. I was a black belt in Taekwondo and Golden Gloves boxer. And he'd take me to the local bar and he'd start something with the biggest, meanest guy in there. And then he would say, I'm not going to fight you. My boy's going to fight you.
My boy's going to fight you. Right.
And I knew if I didn't win that fight, my dad was going to get a hold of me and really show me a good beatdown. So, because it's like, you know, some real inbred redneck stuff going on around here. And that's like family pride. You
Yeah.
disrespected the family losing that fight and all that, you know.
Right.
So when I was 15 years old, they had a tough man competition at the state fair in Tampa.
Okay.
Now, I lied about my age, and I was fighting grown men, and there was a bunch of people that signed up for that.
Yeah.
And I won that tough man competition at 15 years
Nice.
old.
Nice. That's awesome.
And so it just evolved, man, you know, it just evolved. And now, you know, I can get in there and make me some extra money. Like, there's no shame in my game. Like, if you go to my, and everybody in here, they want to see me get the crap beat out of me and knocked slap out. Go to my very first video. And I'm so stupid, I get in a cage with a giant, okay? Because I literally like a midget. I'm 5'9".
Okay.
This dude right here was over 7 foot tall. Had over 100 pounds on me and was a 2-time heavyweight world champion.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
And it was his retirement fight.
Oh, but the fix is in.
My coach threw me slap under the bus.
Yeah, he did. And let him back the bus up over you. Yeah.
Yep. And let me tell you what. That dude, see, all I was worried about is that guy taking me down because he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't mind him pounding on me, you know. I was like, man, I wasn't going to let that dude get me down and get on top of me because that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit me so hard. I didn't know his nickname was Hands of Stone. Okay. So that dude hit me so hard, I saw my great grandmama.
Right.
And my coach wanted me to last at least to the second round. But after that dude hit me a few, I was like, shit, hell no.
Right.
He legitimately knocked me slap out.
Oof.
And then after the fight, I got the picture. We hugging. And I bought the beer. Now we good friends and all. It's so good, man.
Right. Right.
I knew I was in trouble, though. This is how I knew I was in trouble before I fought him. Because when I was sitting there, and he's sitting over there before the fight, and he's just sitting over there drinking a beer. And I'm like, uh-oh. Look what I done went and got myself into.
Yep.
I knew I was in trouble. But nobody told me that he was a 2-time heavyweight world champion. No one told me his nickname was Hands of Stone or any of that there. They just threw me under the bus because, you know, I normally dominate in that case. So they wanted to see me eat some humble pie. And I did. I ate the whole damn pie.
We say you ate every bit of it.
Crumbs and all.
Golly. Wow. Yeah.
But it's fun, you know. It gives me stories. You know, when you're going to be crazy, you got some good stories to tell, you know.
Absolutely. And those are the best stories because it happened to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I got videos of little Miss Prepper sewing me up. I don't know if you've seen that video where some idiot got me with a box cutter at work. Got me real good, too. But I come home and made her sew me up because I wasn't going to the hospital, get surrounded by the police, asking me a million questions. I just come home and let her sew me up. And she always knows something's up when I call her and go, baby, I'm okay.
And she's like, what happened? What'd you do?
Yep, those are exact words.
Oh, I get it. Mine too. That what'd you do? What happened? Yeah. Yep.
So that's the life I live, man. But you know what? I enjoy it. I live for the fight. It really helps my PTSD to get in there, and it's therapy. You know, it's my yoga. It's my Brer Rabbit briar patch when I get in that cage, man.
Yeah.
So
And that's okay. And that's okay, because you got to do what's best for you, no matter what they may tell you, or doctors and this and that. Well, how would you know? You're not me. So
exactly.
you got to do what is best for you, that helps you get through it.
And getting there and banging some heads and getting banged on, it helps me a lot. And Little Miss Prepper, she's used to it. You know, she's worked security. I've had her work security with me, and she's seen me, you know, get out there in the parking lot with 5 of them and just start with the biggest one and just and take my licks, you know, and it happens, you know, but
and how many times has her reaction been, she's ready to jump in and help you, though? See, that's what counts.
I have to stay back, stay out of this.
Exactly.
Now she's got to do Ladies Night Live. I want to tell everyone in here that after this live here, Little Miss Prepper does a Ladies Night Live. It's an all female panel, and they talk about homesteading and all that. Okay.
Awesome.
So if everybody could join in on that, you know, I hate to cut this short, but you know,
that's okay.
With the CEO over there, and but we're going to do this again, okay? And another thing I want to encourage everyone: create you a Rumble account.
Yes.
And come over to Rumble, because we're going to be in Rumble talking about things that we can't talk about here. And in Rumble, my name, it all runs together. All American Prepper 13.
Yep.
So, huh? Oh, and yours, what's your Rumble channel name?
Vision Preparedness.
You know I already subscribed to yours.
And likewise, when you subscribed to me, I subscribed right back to you.
My man.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
So we're going to meet up in there and talk about things that we can't talk about here.
Yep, that works.
And so is there any, like I said, I hate to get off of here, but I'm going to get in real trouble because she got a lot of women waiting.
You know what? I don't want to see that cage match. So all I can say is thank you. And we finally worked out a time where we could get together, and this will be the first of many for everybody on both channels. For the ladies, please join in on Ladies Night with All American Prepper and Little Miss Prepper, and do the things, folks, and stay vigilant and stay frosty.
And they won't be no fight because I don't hit women, so she just beat the crap out of me.
I was waiting for that because I don't either. Plus, mine don't play. You thought Cole manhandles or tries to play with me? She just looks at him flat out, and she'd be like, we're not doing that. He drops his head and he will walk away.
Well, here's the thing. If I even play with her, these damn dogs are traitors, man. If I'm even playing with her, they look at me looking all crazy, and I'm like, can't do that in front of these dogs.
No, if I hug her, Cole jumps on me. If I just hug her, he jumps on me. He'd be like, "Oh no, Dad, this is my mom. You don't touch her." And I'm like, "Really, dude?"
Yeah, I feed these dogs. I take them home and everything, and
nope. Mom rules. Yeah.
So, you know, my manager, I'll wrap this up here, but my manager got sly with me at work, and she was there, and you know, I taught her how to fight. Yeah. And she beat the snot out of my manager in front of all the girls. I mean, she was walking him. She was walking down. She was pounding him as he was backing up. She snotted him up, and there's no shame in his game. He was like, "Man, Boca's wife beat the crap out of me." And I was like, "Well, you know, you were saying stuff that made her mad. You shouldn't have been talking to me like that. You know, you get away with it talking to me because I got broad shoulders. You know, I can handle it." My wife just got tired of hearing it and was like, "No, this young punk, she wouldn't let me get away with it."
Right. And she got mad squabbles. I don't blame you. Yeah, that's good. Good for you, little Miss Prepper. Handle your business. Take care of your man.
Oh yeah.
She does. All right, so I got to roll. Is there any last thing you want to say?
All I want to say is thank you, my brother. I appreciate this time. Hats off to you, folks. If y'all have not subscribed to All American Preppers channel, please do so. I appreciate you, and thank you for having me on, bruh.
All right, this is the All American Prepper. Please subscribe to his channel if you have not. And we're going to do this again when I ain't got Louis Prepper over there fixing to whoop on me. So, and sick the dogs on me at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this All American Prepper. Stay ready, stay dangerous, stay frosty, and have a blessed day. And thank you for the super chats.